Ladies and gentlemen, it is I, Tetcher, and I literally just got back from Gamescom yesterday, but I am still here for Community Challenge. I very nearly said caster challenges there, but I was able to resist. The camera seems little bit laggy. I'm sure it's fine. It'll do for this video. I'm not exactly on camera for long. But welcome to Community Challenge, the show where I give you guys a challenge and then give you some time to complete it. And then I look through the replays, find the best ones, and show them to you for the sake of entertainment and building a community. Once again, big thank you to guys sending in the replays, even while I wasn't here. Even while I was at Gamescom doing Brawl Mania, you guys still sent in the replays, keeping the show alive without me having to remind you or poke about it. I still got the replays, so thank you so much. You guys are the reason that I do this kind of show, just helping build, I love the community that this kind of thing creates. And once again, been seeing some new names, but I want to give a special shout out to one person who sent in the replay this time, and that is Magic with a J, who sent in a great replay, but it was of a Tyrael, which we see very often in this particular challenge, so I did actually exclude that one. The clip was great, and a big thank you for sending in the replay, but that one in particular I wanted to give a shout out to because it was a new person. Also did something very cool by actually sending in a replay of someone else playing, and they just thought that the move was cool, and even though it wasn't them playing, they were like, you should still see this. So big props to that, big thank you. Really love that people are doing that, so I wanted to give a shout out. But now, before anything else, I always do this at the start of a video, so for those who don't have time to watch the whole video, they can come back and watch it later, but they still know what the next week's challenge is. I'm going to be in Insomnia for next week, so I may be like a day or so late recording the actual Community Challenge episode, but bit of a silver lining to this, the next episode will be live streamed because I will once again be at the Discat Studios, assuming the patch does not break anything, which I don't believe it will, because I believe the next patch will be PTR, not actually main patch, I believe. So hopefully we should be good, and I believe PTR Alarak patch is the next one coming out, as he comes out very early in September. So that should be all good. But yeah, the next episode is going to be at some point next week, probably Tuesday or Wednesday, maybe Monday if I'm feeling up for it. But I'm going to stop now to regard and tell you that the challenge is going to be show me something cool with summons. Now, I will specify what a summon is. A summon that I will consider viable is something that isn't with you when you spawn. So Misha does not count here. I'm sorry about that. Has a health bar and is in some way directly related to you and can move. So Nidus Worms are disallowed, but anything including Zombie Wall counts if you upgrade the zombies with movement. The what else would count? Gargantuan counts. Ultralisk counts. I would be quite excited to see one like that. But those are your options for this one, so head out, see what you can do with that, and send me in your replays of anything with summons. There are quite a few options, not as many as some of the others, but it's all good. But those are the descriptions. If anyone could cheat their way around it, because I see a lot of people every episode trying to cheat, and basically taking my description and taking it 100% literally. Because I literally just thought of one in my head that meets my description of not with you when you start, has a health bar and moves, that would still count. So that isn't exactly what I'm looking for, but it is there. But remember, you can, so good luck. If you want to cheat the system, absolutely go ahead. If the replay's good anyway, I might still use it as just a fun one of, I don't know how to make rules properly. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for this week's community challenge. And this week's was capture a boss that the opponent's team started. Very simple. My voice may croak a bit during this, by the way, because this is going to be another, like, 2 hours worth of casting, considering I've been casting every day for Brawl Mania, and that was literally yesterday for me right now. I literally cast Brawl Mania, got on the plane, came home, slept, and now I'm doing this. So, yeah, it's been pretty hectic week, but I asked you to steal a boss that the enemy team started. Your team can't start it, the enemy team attacks it at some point. You must just capture the boss that they start. So, without any further ado, allow me to bring us into game number 1. Or not. There we go. Okay, we had a weird black screen there for a second. I was very confused and very upset. And I have just remembered that I turned the sound down. Let's turn that up again. There we go. Sound is up. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sky Temple for replay number 1. and let's get this underway. So, starting off on the right-hand side is our villain team. Let's drop a pause up on that and introduce you to the villain team. So, playing the Tychus, it is going to be Guess-Outs. Jess-Outs? Jest-Alt. Jest-Alt sounds good. Playing the Ariel, it is going to be Mace. He's gonna spray you, and you're not gonna try and hit on her again. Playing a Nubarak, it's gonna be Weasel. Playing the Chromie, it is going to be Fugitive. And playing the Greymane, it will be Varg. Varg playing that Greymane here. And just a quick figure here of Fugitive being the Chromie. A joke I heard recently. What do you call a midget psychic on the run from the... Wait, no, I've done it wrong already. No, yeah, I was right. What do you call a midget psychic on the run from the police? A small Damn it, I have just... Oh yeah, a small, medium at large. There we go. I messed that up royally. Ignore. Delete video. It's gone. Just out of here. Video end. Okay, no, let's do it. All right, so playing for our heroes team today, ladies and gentlemen, playing the Raider, it is going to be Whipped. Playing the Tassadar, it is going to be Alistair. Playing the Leoric here, it is Bird versus Camel. Playing the Abatha, it is Mighty Owl. And our hero for today, playing the Chen, it is going to be Alaname. The Discord group, once again, is back. And they're here to try and win the challenge. So, for start off with, like I said before, our hero for today will be Alaname. So, we'll be jumping onto his vision and keeping an eye on him for the moment. He will be playing the Chen. Let's see if we can get the boss steal. Chen with the barrel, of course, is the likely method of boss stealery here. But we will keep an eye on it, see if he can do it in another way via maybe just murderization. But I like to sometimes show at the start just an accurate way of stealing the boss. And once again, we will always have our competition of who can win the more games, the heroes in this game, which is the person who sends in the replay, or the villains. And we have had people who have sent in games where the villains win. The villains are the one who complete the challenge. That is top. We have yet to feature one on the show, but I do get them every now and again. It's really cool to see. Ripped Raider, Rip Leoric, good start for our heroes, already starting to lose the game, but for now we will keep an eye on Alaname, who gets stunned but kicks his way out. We're once again playing on fast forward for the moment, so we can get to the action. Objective is up. Alaname going to start off by grabbing the watchtower here, getting some control, now circling around to maybe take care of Jest-Alt, sorry, going in for Mace instead, wants the support here, gets the second kick, gets the kill, but gets stunned out for his trouble, and is still very outnumbered. Raider is still down here. Alaname thinking about moving in, but with Tychus on the point, he decides against it instead of taking stuns. Gets stunned up anyway, it's Chromie, and he is in trouble, tries to kick out, and even with Abatha, he's not able to escape. For some reason, when people die on my screen nowadays, the screen turns green instead of black and white. I'm very confused why, but I also don't care. It's actually probably better to see it this way. But, oh well, we will manage for now. Alaname spawning back into the lane. Mighty Owl in a super risky position, decides to pull back, doesn't get caught by anything, managing to bait out quite a few abilities there. And Chromie hitting her level 7 talents for the moment. So, Alaname going deep, hitting a bit of Weasel damage there. Not able to get too much out of it. And he's still just brewing up for the moment, just being the tank for his team. There's no objective down bottom lane, but the next one spawns here, which is why they're putting so much effort into this bottom lane, trying to push it up so that maybe they can get to a fountain. Because if they can grab the... Oh, Alaname, very, very greedy. They get an Uberak, but Alaname and Raider get wiped by Fugitive there. Now they're going for Alistair. He's trying to get out and dodges everything. Ah, never mind. Chromie goes down as well, but she's able to take down Alistair, leaving only Leoric alive, and Mace on the team of the villains here, clearing the bottom lane, whereas all the people in the other lanes are still alive. But for now, Alaname once again returning, going in for Jest-Alt. Wants to try and get it, and I'm just calling him a different name every time, because at this point I've forgotten what the original one I said was. So Alaname beginning to rotate down to the bot lane, looking for his opportunity to try and push into that bottom temple to try and get something. Jumps in, gonna get stunned up out of his brew here, but Tychus using his overdrive there, his overkill, as opposed to his minigun there, which gives Alaname a bit of a better opportunity to tank. Here we go, now Jest-Alt starting to get that minigun off, but Alaname still absorbing a lot of damage, but he's in the back line a bit now. The front line is taking a bit too far forward. They get picked off first. Reyna and Tassadar. Down goes Leo too. Alaname going to get rebounded basically directly where he was before, but still takes a lot of damage. He's going to pull back himself here. He does have Fountain available, but it's gone. Never mind. So we will see now a huge amount of pressure onto this fort, and it looks like it will go down here. Very little defense that they can pull off, and we are seeing the villains once again continuing to take the advantage here. It comes Varg onto Alaname here, but Alaname tanking through. He's on the point with Abatha, and they're able to take the Siege Giants, but they're surrounded by enemies here who already have their level 10s. Here is the Drakon laser being used onto Chen. He's continuing to attack through this, but Leoric still goes down. Now the laser just being used as a weapon to kill off these Siege Giants. Tigers and Dubrak trying to dive deep. They are not able to kill off Tassadar or Chen here, but they're still able to do a lot of damage. And with Fugitive continuing to push forward, he does a lot of damage as well. Has to pull back though as Chen gets a good harassment there. Dubrak with a good dive, and Chen is wiped out by Chromie once again with the Dragon Breath. And once again, our villains continuing to hold the lead here. Web Wrap is used there, but really not sure if they're going to get someone. There's the rewind. Can they get the kill out of it? No. The Wraithwalk stopping that from happening. Both Scammell making himself unstoppable there, but not able to grab Fugitive here. So heroics for the villains. We already saw the Drakon laser drill. We have Resurrect coming in from Ariel. Web Wrap for Anubarak. The rewind coming in for Chromie. And the go for the throat by Greymane. Whereas for our heroes, it's the ultimate evolution for the Abatha, Entomb for Leoric, the barrel, like we did predict, for Chen, Force Wall for Tassadar, and the Hyperion for Raider here. We see Alaname begin to move in here, finds Weasel, drops the barrel immediately, but it can't get the wrap. There we go, finally finds a good angle to him. Weasel looking for an opportunity to roll out, just web wraps Chen instead, gets Force Walled in. He needs that burrow charge to get out, and he gets it. He will get out here, gets stormed, but he still survives. So now Alaname just starting on the Merc Cab, changes his mind because he wants to try and get Warg here, but he knows he's very outnumbered, instead turns back around. And we'll begin that Mercenary Camp with the help of Bird vs. Camel and Elster. So we will, Elster, sorry. But in the meantime, while they're grabbing that, they have given the opportunity for the villains to go for the Merc Camp, which makes sense though. They don't want to fight the villains too much because they are a talent tier behind here, only with the level 10s, whereas the villains have their level 13s here. They have the extra knock-up on the Anubarak, basically, which adds a bit of a slow in the area that the knock-up was sent into. The reaching through time, the range on Sandblast, the Dragon Breath, being used by the Chromie. Extra range of the Razor Swipe by Varg, which helps him push forward. And the barrel comes in, but it's not enough to save Raider here. So now it's just the Raider copy and Alaname here on their own. Varg trying to out-duel him. He has Untouchable here, the extra damage, and he goes down. So there's all his stacks here. That Wizard Duelist not getting anything there. Bo versus Campbell somehow still alive. Alaname trying to jump out, but he gets web wrapped. Mighty Owl, what are you doing there? Bo versus Campbell goes down. Weasel spotting Bo versus Campbell. He goes down too. And Alaname, though, is able to escape thanks to that Brewmaster's balance that he took at level 7 with the extra movement speed. Fugitive hanging around the area, finds Alaname here. There's the rewind. Can he survive it? The shield did sustain him through. He kicks to a minion. He's in full retreat, dodges the cocktail. Varg giving chase, wants to try and go for the kill here, but doesn't have the movement speed. And as such, Alaname will get out of there with the help of a Tassadar shield as well, and he will stay alive for the moment. Able to fountain up as well, thanks to his amplified healing. That will take him back to full health. And finally, the heroes have their level 13 talents, but the villains about to hit level 60. They just get it with the kill of that Reyna in the top lane. So we do see the villains once again taking a significant lead here. Tychus, once again, very much staying away from the tank killer talents despite having 2 tanks on the enemy team here. Instead going for Spray and Pray and Lead Rain. A very Q-focused build and a bit of mobility here coming in. Chen diving in deep, using the forceful advantage. Burrow charge though, completely ignoring everything and allowing Anubarak to get out of there. That Entomb is wasted completely. So our heroes still having a bit of trouble securing a kill. Here comes the kick from Alaname. Is he going to use his barrel there? No, he's not. He's just going to walk out using that Brewmaster's balance, keeping himself safe. Wrapping around to rejoin his team, but in the meantime his team is already dead, and Raider has completely ignored the team fight and cleared out some minions in the bot lane. Can Alaname do anything about this? No, he can't, but Elster able to sustain himself through. The Force Wall keeps him alive. He drops the shield, and Elster able to actually survive this, but Bird vs. Camel was not so lucky. He gets taken out. Chen ready for the Wandering Keg. Bird versus Camel. beginning to scout out the area here. Boss being taken. Here is the opportunity. One chance, one opportunity to take everything you ever wanted. Gets the boss. Lasers dropped. Alaname tries to kick out. He takes the damage though from the Q of Chromie. The boss is taken. Bird vs. Camel will escape, but Alaname takes the boss for his team here. But with the fort at bot lane still 100% in terms of health, it will not do that much. And there's still the temple in the bottom lane as well, doing huge amounts of damage. We're fast forwarding here because I can't bother to control the camera because the boss did some damage to the fort, but not enough. As such, on the other hand, though, the keep in the bot lane did fall from this. But he did complete it. Alaname has completed the challenge. That is how you are supposed to do it there, ladies and gentlemen. So now you have a vague idea of what we're expecting to see today in this kind of style. So Alaname will finish off the game here, grabbing in some Siege Giant camps, looking to see if he can turn it around for his team. Currently level 18 for the villains, who 15 kicks himself in, tanks through a lot of damage here. The Tomb is good, but no follow-up. Alaname chasing on the fugitive. He gets healed by the Ariel, though, and Barrel is used by Alaname, keeping himself alive. He can't grab Fountain in that form, though. Grabs it a second afterwards, though. Once again, though, Leora taken out, and Rain has been dead for quite a while, not able to help here. Double Chens doing as much attacking as they can. Not enough, though. CC is too good, and the numbers advantage is in favor of the villains. They try to chase into Alaname, who kicks back into keep range again and escapes under the fort. Takes a Chromie hit, though, and has to force himself back into the base. And will heal up to full there. The core currently not vulnerable, but 2 keeps getting killed off makes that difficult. Weasel taking damage. Burrow charges himself out again. And Chen finally picked off. Raider attempting to push forward with the help of that Hyperion. Level 19 available, which means Chromie is basically at level 20 at this point, whereas no one else is, and she's bursting everything right now. That camera work by Alaname, I'm not sure what he was looking at. Campbell goes down too, and that just leaves Abatha alive. He is just inside the base at this point, and the villains will move onto the core to try and end the game here. 9 seconds for Chen, and that is going to be GG, and the villains will take the game. But the mission is accomplished by Alaname, who even makes it onto the end screen, or however his name shall be forever known as Unstoppable when it comes to taking bosses. So, there we go. Camera change button works eventually, and I am very red thanks to the red team wins. So the villains won, currently 1-0 to the villains, but like I said, Alaname did complete the mission here. He did show you how it's done in terms of stealing a boss in general. Now I'm going to show you how it isn't done. What we had there was a player who was playing a hero that had the boss steal potential, but there are other ways to steal a boss. There, for example, like we said, in general, you will see stuff like Tyrael Holy Ground, which is what the clip I didn't include today, is the main version of stealing a boss. Mighty Gust, also, which I didn't get a single clip of. I was very surprised I didn't see more Mighty Gust. But there is one method of taking a boss which you don't normally see. Well, you do normally see the most, but no one's sent in, and that is to just kill the enemy team. Just like, oh, they started the boss. Let's just kill them and finish the boss. That's what I think was attempted here. I think. Let's find out. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to the Sky Temple here. And we're going to load in some heroes here. And, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the villains team. Starting off on the left-hand side of the blue trunks. It is going to be Creek. Wait, hang on. Nova being played by Shocker. Oh, Shocker. There we go. I got that one right. Also, like I said, my throat is starting to struggle, but I will manage. Lily is being played by Creek. Raider being played by Barba. We have Stitches being played by Dave. We have Ariel being played by Ranko. That is our villains team. Whereas on the hero side, yes, it's the Discord team again, and it's a full 5-man Discord team playing the Stitches. It is going to be Draconi, who I met at Gamescom, actually. She was super nice. We have the Chromie being played by Blank. We have the Jaina being played by Alaname. The Ariel being played by Bird versus Camel. And the Butcher being played by Crassus. Crassus crushed. Crassus kill. And I cannot remember for the life of me which one of these people sent in the replay. I don't think it was Alaname. I believe it might have been Crassus or Camel. Seems like something Camel would do. The issue with that is Camel doesn't have camera lock on. If I go to 9, this is what... Oh, wait, that's Butcher. So 8, 0. Oh, wait, it was 9, but I had Ariel selected. So if I go to Ariel, yeah. That's what I see if I go to 9, which is Ariel. So I either have to hold down the spacebar the entire time, which is doable, other than when we die, or I can just jump onto someone else's view because it is the Discord. I'm going to jump onto someone else's view, and we're going to give Alan name the pleasure again. Actually, we appear to be on Chromie, despite me attempting to select Alan name. 8. There we go. Okay, so we're going to watch Alan name on the Jada again. Oh, actually, we can watch Draconi on the Stitches, because I don't think I've used Stitches at all today. So here we go. We will keep an eye on Stitches for this game. Starting off, excuse me, at the level 1 once again, as you can see, because the team spawned on the right-hand side of the map, you can see when I load up the talent tree, it is swapped around. So remember, talents, you're looking on the left-hand side, unfortunately. Sorry about the bug, nothing I can do about it. Hook for Draconi does not land on anything for the moment. Butcher, still yet to pick up level 1, finally getting Invigoration. So the half cost and the cooldown reduced. We see Shocker was not real, was the hologram, was but a ruse. And Draconi attempting to catch it, saw the shimmer, but not able to guarantee the kill there. Still looking for the opportunity, finds another hologram. There is Nova up to the top, over to the left there, being very, very sneaky. Draconi wants to catch her, but it doesn't look like Nova's going to put herself in a vulnerable position again. They're waiting for her, but they're missing XP in the top lane while doing this. So instead we see Draconi move on to the objective here and begins to start taking those shots, whereas Butcher finds Nova, but it's interrupted by the trap there. They get the hook, get a kill though, and now they're after Dave. Bodybox coming in from Crassus, but there's the blind. The helping hand will pull Crassus out of danger. Very nicely done by Draconi there, able to keep her team alive, and instead moves into the objective once again, but this time her team's a little bit further back. Here comes the Butcher once again, trying to get some damage off. Bellini is there for blinds, and Draconi dropping low. Burr versus Campbell needs some healing, needs to drop something, but once again, we see the stasis from Chromie. A bit of a disaster here, getting taken down. Down goes Stitches, and we see the shots begin to go over to the villains. They do get Ariel, though, with the help of Chromie. Chromie, those traps are not working out to the best of their abilities. Not exactly what they are looking for here. They're managing to get quite a few mistakes there, screwing over Butcher quite royally. Dave lands the hook onto Alan Name here, begins to pull back. Now with reinforcements have arrived, Crassus in the front line. Body blocks Dave, trying to pick him off. They get the kill here and find Shocker as well. They kill off Shocker and begin to pull back. Excuse me. Crassus, once again, trying to play safe. He's Butcher, so he really needs to be either in the fight, getting health back, or way out of the fight, waiting for his opportunities. It's not like other melee assassins where he can just jump in and poke. But Crassus just dropping a slam every now and again, but he's burning a lot of Ariel's healing. There's the hook, does not land though. Burr versus Campbell having to pull back once again, not getting enough stacks. In comes Butcher though, getting a bit of drain onto Kree, gets pushed back though, and killed off by Raider with that huge range that he has. And Franco able to keep himself alive. Hook into a trap once again. Barbara saved by the traps of Chromie. And these traps are proving to be a bit of a problem here for our heroes. Not able to get everything that they really want to here, because the traps keep screwing them over a bit. This is the main part of the fail game here. And the trap doesn't actually get anything that time. Not able to get anything. But we see the poke coming out of Blank, trying to do some damage. Trying to get anything off. Burr versus Campbell pulling back, gets hooked in. Can he keep himself alive? Gets the knockback. Helping handed in by Draconi, keeping him alive once again. And level 7 is hit by our heroes, but they're still a level behind. Sorry, almost level behind. They're half an XP bar behind. But they can try and bring that back. Hook does not land. Level 7 talent still not chosen for Draconi on that Stitches, who's now in full retreat. She does have amplified healing to get a little bit of extra tankiness, but that's basically fully reliant on Ariel and her own Devour there. Shots, however, were taken by the villains, and they continue to put themselves in a very significant lead. Jada found on their own and is picked off here. So the villains begin to also find Crassus. I'm not sure what he was doing there, but he is now no longer. So we see Chromie hovering around the boss area, scouting out, seeing if there is a boss happening. There is. Stitch is also using a hook to scout that out. Blank's in position. Looks like they want to try and steal it, even though it's a 3 versus 5 here, technically. With Butcher and Jada on the way. Dave pulls in Blank. Here comes Draconi. She gets stunned by Ariel here. They're trying to body block it out. Blank trying to take some hits. Alan begins to move in. Draconi moves in as well, but she's taking huge damage from everyone here. Tries to get knocked back by Barbara, but they kill off Barbara, but take way too much damage, and they're knocked back by Franco. boss is taken by the villains here. No steal available. Challenge is not complete by our heroes there. And Crassus also hooked in, drained himself a lot of health, and they're able to get a kill in combo with Blank, but not enough to escape there. And once again, our villains in a significant lead. They're now going to help out that boss. It was tight. It was a bit close, but walking into the point when your opponents were a little bit ahead and you didn't have a numbers advantage did not work out in our hero's favor. A great knockback by the enemy Ariel to knock Stitches off the point there and allow the villains to capture. The heroes will now clear up the villains boss, but the villains have already rotated back, got health, and hooked in Bird vs. Camel here. Nova is here. In comes Water Dragon, and Camel is wiped. Butcher separated from his team. Dave doing huge damage in the front line. Zones out Blank. Crassus once again coming in from the side, drops the Lamb to the slaughter, but the Crystal Aegis on Ranko is blocking it, did too much damage. Shocker is just kiting Draconi, preventing anything from happening here. Crassus went down, and that's going to be a full team wipe. Except for Ariel here. Oh no, Ariel just came back to life. So we will see there. The villains take a huge advantage and now are starting to take the shots from the bot lane after they have taken down the fort. They are in a significant lead right now. Stitches did pick Savor the Flavor there, getting the extra health regen, still going for a tanky build. But the villains, now with a 2-level lead, they try to stun out Bird vs. Camel. It does not land. Butcher charges forward, tries to get Ranko out of name, tries to drop the snow, but misses, gets it that time with the Blizzard, and Crassus is able to pick up a kill, but Nova will immediately just turn it around with Barbara. They're able to pick up Nova in exchange, and the villains continue to hold a talent lead in this game right now. Level 13 to level 11 in favor of the villains. And Shocker hovering around, looking to try and poke, but Draconi's probably not the best person to poke, seeing as she did take the Dampen Magic talent in this game. And right now we see Chromie on Deep Breathing is pretty far into the quest, but not enough to be full. Jada on Conjurer's Pursuit, also just over halfway through. Ariel, though, pretty much fully stacked already on Increased Clarity, but so far hasn't worked. Crassus does have that Lamb to the Slaughter. Maybe looking for an opportunity to try and get it. Hook from Dave, misses. There's the rewind onto Barbara, and Butcher for the chase. The Lamb to the Slaughter lands on Lily, so Barbara able to just move completely freely. Down goes Stitches, down goes Crassus, and once again, the great turnaround of Ranko and Creek able to just tank their team through this. Ariel picked off as well. Out of name of Blank, all is left. That Chromie hit, very nearly hitting Nova, but it's not enough. The crowd a little bit visible there. I think that might just be in replays though. But we do see our hero, ooh, careful Shocker, get out of there, is able to escape. But once again, like I said, our villains in a significant lead. Jada getting trashed there. Ranko on the wrong side of the wall, doesn't have any way out here except for Helping Hand, but it isn't enough. Bird vs. Camel lands the stun instead. And the heroes are able to pick up another kill, but they still 21-7. Crassus, once again, getting blinded, getting killed, Novad to death. And Butcher having a very miserable time because Butcher just not a good hero at the moment because of how the meta is and just because of how quick match is. So Draconi clearing up top lane for our team. Blank having to pull way back as he has no health. He has bye-bye and was able to just be back to base and get some health back very, very quickly. And with level 16 finally available for the rest of our heroes, we will see what they pick. We have the Icy Veins coming in from Jada, the Blinding Flash. Wait, no, sorry, that's the 13th. I forgot it is swapped. 16th for the villains, but it's the Blinding Flash, the Savage Charge. Stitches yet to pick. Bird vs. Camel, Aegis himself. Precision strikes by Nova, gets picked off, and down goes Jada as well. Butcher is here, gets hooked out by Dave. Tries to pick off Ranko here, does get him actually with the slam, but still gets picked off. And once again, it's a massacre. Barbara pushing through, trying to finish off Stitches, but the Putrefier will allow Draconi to escape. But once again, they are struggling to stay in this game. Camera actually goes off to the side. Was that me? No, it wasn't. Just wanted to be sure. But level 16 talents for the villains. Will of Heaven, the extra attack speed. That's going to that's being used on the Raider, getting a good amount of value. Fishing Hook, the Bullseye, Serpent Sidekick, very Serpent heavy build, and the Crippling Shot for Nova. So getting a significant amount more damage done. And the moment they attempt to go for a second boss steal, this time they don't even make it there in time. So 2 fails this game for our heroes. They're trying desperately to kill off this boss because that keep in the bot lane is vulnerable. So they're 5-manning it, doing as much damage as they can. The Tornado, though, holds them back. And as such, Bird vs. Camel is separated from his team. The Helping Hand does not land. but Burvis Campbell still gets out safely. Whereas Butcher moving back to clear out the lanes. In the meantime, Raider pushing the top lane. The rest of the villain team pushing the mid lane to get pressure on that as well, because the boss went through the bottom keep, and now the villains are attacking the mid keep as well. That would make 2 lanes worth of catapults. The heroes begin to move in for what could be a last stand. Big damage onto Stitches there. There is the Last of the Slaughter, but it gets Aegis out. Alaname taken down, and it's going to be another full wipe. Down goes Blank. Only Bird versus Campbell remaining. Can he hold? Can he defend? For some reason, the enemy, despite being 5 people alive, are not going for the core. However, they do get Ariel. I'm just going to take over the camera from here. But they do get the kill, and that is going to be GG if they hit the damn core. They may not need to. It may just be done by catapults. But at this point, it's all 3 keeps about to be down. If they can take this one down, actually, they're being quite slow about it. Let's see if they can. Let's slow it down to normal speed for the last fight here. Alaname dropping the last Blizzard, trying to get something out of it. Stitch is hooked in. Nova is hovering around there. You can see up top. There comes the Water Dragon. Onto Draconi. She tags it up quite nicely with the Damper Magic. In comes Dave, trying to get a Precision Strike. Doesn't even land onto Chromie, but it's still the kill. And we now see Crassus taken out too. And that is GG. Another 3 kills there for the villains. They finally move on to the core. They have catapults already arriving in the mid and the bottom lanes. And they're just going to try and push in for the win here. And that is it. That is GG. Another win for our villains and the fail game for today's community challenge. Going over to the villains. Good effort. But right now, 2 losses for our heroes. And in this case, the Discord peeps coming in today. So very good effort, but that comp did not really work, and they got a little bit trounced. So, 2 games, 2 losses. Currently, the villains very, very high up, but we've had a success game. The boss was stolen by Chen in the first game, and a fail game. They put in a good effort to try and fight through it, but didn't really work out. Their comps were a bit screwed over. So now let's move on to game number 3. And no, this time it's not another Sky Temple one. Although we had so many Sky Temple ones. Super weird. But anyway, we're loading into game number 3 of today's community challenge. Allow me to hide the replay timer. Let the people load in. And there we go. Split them up so they're not grouped together. And I'll show you guys what we have today. So, ladies and gentlemen, spawning on the left-hand side is our villain teams with 3 pleb horses. Wow, we hate this team. Playing the Jada, it is going to be Gunnercha. I hate you and I hate your name. Playing Johanna, it's Zwee for the win. Playing the Ariel, it is going to be Prethredator. I refuse to read numbers as letters. Playing the Zagara, it's Runover. And playing the Lieutenant Morales, it's Gut Ant. That's a cool name. I quite like Gut Ant. It's an ant that comes from a gut. So, however, we don't care about this team. They're rubbish. And besides, we need a win for our heroes today. So, ladies and gentlemen, our heroes playing on the left-hand side, it's Heisenberg playing the Leoric. It's Artanis, played by conglomeration of terror and horror, but it is played by Draconi. Jada is being played by Alaname. Ariel is being played by Bird versus Camel. And it's the Discord group, but our hero for today, not part of the Discord group as far as I am aware, but once again, Draconi sent in this replay for someone else. It is Raider, our hero for today, on the Brightwing. And as such, we will be following Brightwing for our adventure today. Let's load into the game, and we have Raider on the Brightwing starting off at level 1 with... Is she go for teleport build, or for general heal build, or for damage build? We will start off and see. Let's hit the fast forward button to get through the start of the game. It is going to be the Hyper Shift. So teleport build coming in for Raider. So we'll see what kind of damage they can get out here. Raider roaming around here. And an immediate first blood onto the blue team Jada. And that is the villain's Jaina, not the hero Jaina. So we are happy with that. Once again, heroes at the top are fine. Talents at the bottom are swapped. So a reminder for that here. Brightwing getting a polymorph immediately onto Ariel, preventing some healing from coming out. Draconi just doing some damage. But the blind from Johanna is going to make Draconi on that Artanis have a bit of a miserable time. Big flip onto Predator straight away there. trying to do some damage to Zui for the win. And Ducati pulling back, gets the dash. Does some more damage. Reina just continuing to poke though. Very good positioning, staying a bit away from her team, but not in the position where Ariel can stun her. Every time Ariel rotates, Reina moves to a position where she's not going to get hit into a wall. Needs to be careful here, actually. This is a bit risky there. But pulls back to her team, gets knocked back, and Ducati denied the port. But Reina's positioning, so far, very, very good. Keeping herself alive, or himself alive. I have no idea. I'm going to have a quick drink. Delicious. So, what we have here, I love the idea of people sending in replays of other people that they see completing the challenge, because that is a very cool idea and really builds community, because there is a small chance that that person may see this video and be like, holy crap, that's me! I love that. I love that thought that someday someone might, Raider might see this. Unless they are on my Discord, I just haven't seen them around. But either way, it would just be quite cool to see. Or maybe they're on the other Discord. Maybe on the Heroes of the Storm Discord, which I am also a part of. So feel free to jump onto that as well and check me out on there. But I'm far more active on my own Discord. Heisenberg clearing out minions in the bottom lane. That's really weird to say after watching Breaking Bad. So Heisenberg pushing forward here. It's going to just clean out some minions here. Cleaning out the blue crystal minions to wipe those. Jada for our heroes killed off this time by the villains. And some good drain damage onto that Zagara. And hit the fast forward button a little bit more. Reina just clearing out creep for now while staying near Heisenberg, but not actually dropping healing onto Heisenberg. Isn't close enough for that, but easily outtrades Zagara there. Very efficiently done. But the tribute spawning in the bottom lane here. Reina continuing to just poke the gate here. Was looking for Zagara, didn't get it because runover is super low. Look at Reina's positioning. Really wants to try and get that Zagara. Oh, so close. Hits it with the outside circle, which is enough for some good poke. Reina just trying to bait this up. She's once again not healing her team. She's leaving it to Ariel for the moment. But any extra healing could help. Finally, begins to move up to help out. Gets the movement speed to Draconi. They turn it around onto Zui for the win. In comes Zagara's Baneling, poke from afar. Once again, they're not able to grab the kill. Heisenberg, though, doing some great tanking work here, draining out Predator and pushing through while Alaname attempts to grab that tribute. And Brightwing continues to heal AoE-wise and moves around to try and get to Artanis. Does not, though. Speed boosts herself to get out. Raider polymorphs to Johanna to prevent the extra stuns and allow the rest of her team to escape. But versus Campbell in the back there. Blizzard to zone out, make sure there is no more chase. And everyone gets out except for Artanis, who was just closed in on by 5 people. Very nicely done. Heisenberg just wading through people there, using the drain on Zui. But very well done there, getting some good sustain through this. And Heisenberg pulls back, getting himself some good defense, clearing out the minion wave while still getting healing from Reina. But still needs to be careful, gets pulled in, still draining though. Gets killed off. Bit too greedy from Heisenberg there. He was just too far forward. Reina going to ditch this lane, actually. Go up towards Jada. Not sure what they plan on doing. They're just going to go up into the top lane and just soak. Just in time for the tribute. But in the meantime, the team in the bot lane are fighting on their own here, defending this lane. Leoric, though, getting some good scouting, keeping his team aware of where the enemies are. While Reina soaks XP. Alaname showing there. Might have been better if he just stayed hidden for this tribute, so that they looks like they only have bribing up here, and maybe they could have got the jump on someone. Instead, they're going to get denied by Morales. That grenade will still be possible in the newer patches. It has been changed so that it now no longer will explode if it hits a target. It will now just travel to the end of its range and then explode. So if you can, it requires a lot more aim. And Brightwing not able to do anything this time. Gets another delay. But this is not looking good for the heroes, despite the fact that Zagara is in the bot lane. Draconi arrives. Heisenberg still tanking through, but versus Campbell dropping the heals. It's 4 versus 4 here due to the fact that Zagara is gone. Like I said, still in that bot lane. But there we go. Draconi just doing lots of damage in the bottom in the backline here. Really pushing forward. But versus Campbell arriving as well. Out of them getting zoned out by Zui, though. Really, really irritating. Because Zui is cutting off the retreat of our heroes, but also cutting off any, also doing some damage to the backline. We see now, with Raider arriving though, they're going to have a little bit of extra healing, but Mr. Campbell needs to get that good AoE healing now. There we go, gets a very good one onto the rest of the team. Raider also getting a nice one, the good polymorph onto Gut Ant as well. And the Blizzards doing good damage from both the Jadas, forcing Brightwing to pull back a bit. Now moves back in, she has the phase shield coming out here. May need to get it off to Heisenberg, not enough, not in time here. And Zagara still not arriving for her team, but they're still able to hold this. There's the teleport with the face shield onto Draconi, so she can continue to push a bit further forward. Raider getting stunned out. The objective goes over to the villains, and Brightwing gets taken out here. So nicely played by the villains. They get the second objective, second tribute, making it 1-1 in favor of neither team, actually. But we see most of the players pulling back. Brightwing skyling out the map. We're on her vision, remember? Run over, though, has been running over this bot lane. It's just been left unattended, so it's just done damage. And as such, the villains right now have level 9 to level 7. My hope for a hero win this episode is starting to look a little bit optimistic. And this isn't even part of the challenge. It's not even the challenge was so hard that people moved in and just died. But the fact is, the reason we're seeing so many games where the heroes are behind, at least, is because it's much easier to capture a boss when you're ahead, but that is why it's much easier to steal a boss when you're behind, because the enemies are guaranteed to be the ones to start it. So that's why we're seeing so many games where the heroes either lose or get behind. Right now, I have no idea which one this is going to be. Reyna just continuing to poke, doing as much damage as possible, throws out the flare, doing some damage to that minion wave, clearing it up and allowing a globe to be picked up by Dracody, making it so that she's full on mana and health for this fight. Now with the tribute available, they're going to be able to TP in, but Jada is miles away. Leoric can Wraith walk in, but it doesn't look like he is at the moment. Heroics aren't available for this team, so it might be better just to leave this. Dracody seems to disagree. Ring of Frost kills off Ariel here. Dracody able to pull back, but once again, our villains continue to hold their lead with their level 10s. It is Stem Drone devouring more Crystal Aegis, the Bless Shield, and the Ring of Frost. And another kill going on to Leoric there. So the villains stay in the lead and pick up their second tribute, giving them 2 tributes overall. Runover was actually Stem Drone for that fight with Leoric. Reyna getting chased down, tries to teleport out here. True to Cody, giving it the phase shield. Reyna, though, still getting focused down, trying to juke himself away. It's speed boost, and Reyna will escape here. The Hunter Killer gives chase. Oh, maybe not. Here comes Gunner, demounted. Reyna gets autoed once. Gets autoed twice, dodges the Frost Bolt. He's pulling back towards his fort and gets killed off. The Ring of Frost, the Code of Cold just lands for the slow, and it's not enough. Reyna is taken down, but now we see Gunner really out of position, but his teammates have arrived to try and save him here. There's the flip onto Morales, but once again, the numbers advantage is so much in favor of our villains here. This fight just does not look pretty for the heroes. Ariel healing up, whereas Heisenberg is getting chased down. The Drain will keep him alive. It comes to Brightwing with the phase shield once again, healing up. Reyna arriving just in time, and as such, Heisenberg and Brightwing Reyna will head down towards this tribute to see if they can contest it, but they're going to be down 2 heroes. Atanis is being back to base, and Ariel is in the top lane alone, basically. Ring of Frost does not really hit that much. Reyna is in full retreat now, gets pulled in by the Condemn. Emerald wins, though, gets level 10 and pushes the heroes, chasing her away with no health left. Hang on, let's back up and see if we can see the lowest health number that Brightwing survived on there. So we're on minimum speed. Damage. 18. I think that's as low as we're going to get for this one. I didn't even see a health bar for a second there. 19. Yep, no more auto attacks hit, so Brightwing able to escape on 18 health was the minimum there. So, but she used the Emerald Wind, keeps herself alive for a little bit, gets a bit of herself healing up. She sells the vision here. Could try teleport into a teammate, but needs to be very careful that she doesn't get killed off. Alaname, though, found by his way. Ariel is in that area as well. Brightwing tries to scout out the bush. She has half health again, thanks to her self-healing, but it's not going to be able to do anything. Can't deny this tribute. And her team are not in a good position for her to really help. She can try and teleport in, but like I said, she will be vulnerable. She's trying to zone out Morales here. Uses the polymorph to prevent any extra healing. But Dracody is pretty much on her own here. Brightwing teleports in, finally gets it. Alaname not able to do enough. Neither team loses a hero in that fight, but the tribute and the curse go over to the villains. Heisenberg coming in from behind, getting the slow. Zagara is wrecking Ariel in the top lane. Reyna pushes forward with her team. The Blizzard gets some good damage there. But Reyna, like we said before, pulling back, not wanting to get caught out here, just dropping any healing that their team can manage. Tries to teleport into Heisenberg, gets the phase shield, keeps him alive a little bit. Now he has Fountain. He's a little bit more tanky. He needs to get out of that Blizzard though, and he does. But drops another stun by Ariel onto his way. Ring of Frost catches and kills Jada. Once again, the Emerald Wind keeps Reyna alive barely. and he is able to boost back, but now Artanis is inside that maw completely on her own. Blizzard lands and Artanis will be taken out. But Raider polymorphing the Stim Drone Zagara, keeping her team alive. And we see the big damage coming in onto Zui, and Zui tanking through it though, because Johanna doesn't give a damn about your damage. And we will see the villains once again taking a forward. The snipe by the grenade of Morales there onto Heisenberg. And that is unfortunate. Another kill going over to the heroes. And I would just like to point out, I really do love that once again the heroics at the top are swapped, because now we have Stim Drone Leoric devouring more Artanis, which would be broken, I would like to add. And we have the Morales with the Death March, the March of the Black King. I forgot the name for a second there. Well, it's kind of cool, despite the fact that out of all of these, Ring of Frost actually looks pretty accurate on Brightwing for what Emerald Wind actually does. Like, it's still a ring damage ability. So it's kind of cool to see that. So let's jump back in and jump back onto the right view, because I just jumped off it. Brightwing 0. There we go. So Reyna moving down to the bot lane. Emerald Wind will be back off cooldown in 11 seconds. So just look at Jada on the top left if you want to see cooldowns for Emerald Wind, or look at the bottom left. This is why I keep up the hero panel, because the replay feature is bugged. Yay, it always is, it always has been. Reyna, for now, making the most of her global potential by clearing out some minions in the bottom lane, giving her team the best XP they can. A boss attempt by the villains in the bot lane right now, and the heroes attempting to push forward, but Brightwing needs to join their team very quickly if they're going to be able to take this fight. There's a teleport onto Heisenberg here. The Ring of Frost is all three heroes. So does the counter one, though. Artanis doing great damage. Aegis, though, will keep Ariel alive for now, but she takes so much damage, gets finally picked off. Raider dropping the Emerald Wind. It doesn't actually hit that much other than Zagara, separating her from the rest of her team. And now it is just a chase happening. Gut will survive this. But the heroes able to finally win a fight. They're still 2 levels behind. Boss gets aggro. That technically is started by Zagara, but they let that un-aggro. It would be way too risky to attempt to take that, even with Ariel dead. So instead, they're just hovering around the area, attacking up some stuff. Raider needs to be careful. Heisenberg, once again, going very aggressive, gets teleported into by Brightwing, so he has the face shield. More was used further up there, but it wasn't enough, because Zagara's still on her own here. She's now in full retreat, whereas Artanis is giving chase. It won't be enough for the kill, but it's enough for some good damage. Raider, once again, just getting ignored, just doing damage to heroes as they go past him. Working very well for him. It's not been too bad overall. Draconi getting pulled in. Alaname in full retreat as well. That Condemn working very well for Swedes, who continues to push forward. There's the Stim Drone. Okay. So pushing forward is the Johanna. She doesn't even have the cooldown reduction talent on level 7, and she still has a Stim Drone. Whack him with that mace. Not enough for the kill. March of the Black King and the Emerald Wind will keep Heisenberg alive and do some serious damage and allow the turnaround attempt from our heroes when they begin to push in here. The double Ariel sweeps are super cool to see. Draconi very much separated from the team. Teleport isn't up until 20 seconds more. Brightwing completely out of mana is just going to be back to base here so that she can help her team in another way. They can give up this tribute if they need to. It will only be the first of the enemy team. Brightwing dropping a slam for no reason there, an Arcane Flare. And it is actually going to be a tribute attempt for our heroes, despite us actually needing this. Brightwing is on the way. Still 1 second left for teleport. It's up. Who is she going to teleport to? No one, because they're all dead. So instead, goes to the minion wave and is just going to start clearing this up. Getting XP for our team. Draconi joining as well. So that gives Brightwing the freedom to move up to the top lane. So with Leoric and Ariel dead, once again, we see our heroes on the defense. Trying to stay alive, just keep everything nice and well defended. Whereas Brightwing, in this case, just going to be clearing up minions. We see a boss attempt in the bottom lane. Leoric is there in ghost form, comes back in human form here. And the question is, are they going to be able to get it? Gets the Drain here, trying to tank himself through, gets blizzarded once and twice, and he is dead. Brightwing AFK because he really wanted it, but may have to wait a little bit longer. Boss continues to be taken there, but we see here the standard quandary of map awareness. Right now, red team, hold up, let's have a look. Let's have a look here, shall we? Red team sees 2 heroes on the map. They see Brightwing, the one with global potential, and they see Ariel. They don't see Artanis, and they don't see Jada. Where could they possibly be? Could they be here? when no one has looked. That's fine. There's a good choke point there, which Predators are handling very, very well. Or could they be in the bush right next to you? Are you mental, Predator? I'm sorry I called you by your wrong name. I really apologize because I don't call numbers letters. But what is wrong with you? Just step back and just check the bush. Fire an ability into it. It doesn't matter. But if you're doing the boss, where's the one place that someone could come from? If it's false, then it could be over the wall. If he's flown over you, but you'll see him fly over you. But this bush, no one has checked this. Why won't you check the bush? But here we go. Let's see if our heroes this time can actually do it. Can they take the boss here? The boss drops low. Draconi pulls in. In comes the teleport. Dashes you. Draconi wades forward. There's the Emerald Wind. And they take the boss. And they are trying to escape now with what little health they have. Raider gets out. Draconi pushing forward. Alaname stays alive thanks to the Aegis and the heal from Ariel. He finally goes down to Zwei and run over with the Hunter Killer. But the heroes finally get themselves a kill. Here comes the laser onto Runover, who goes down as well. Zwei getting chased up. Draconi trying to push forward. He can't flip him because of that unstoppable. But they finally get themselves advantage. Draconi is wrecked by trying to be. But we will finally see a victory for our heroes. They're going to be pushing with that boss. A small victory, but a victory nonetheless. Can they close out the game with this? Raider on the run, trying to keep himself alive here. And keep himself near that boss. Wade trying to defend it right now. But this has given the heroes the opportunity to take the tribute in the top lane as well. They're second of the game, putting themselves one away from a curse. It only takes one victory, one mistake, like not scouting the damn bush, to give your team a chance to get back into the game. Brightwing has Phase Shift ready. Her team is now taking that top boss. So they're going to be able to put even more pressure on the map, but they do need to send someone back. I'd actually kind of like to see Raider stop assisting this boss where she would be in danger and be back to base to defend. Instead, she's left it too long and now has to waste time running away to make sure that she gets back. There's a grenade as she pushes Raider away a bit, but the CC slows her down. Either way, she's looking pretty good right now. She's pretty fair distance away and speeds to poke. And Leoric is now headed back to base. So now we see Brightwing with a bit more time. Tries to teleport away. Gets stunned out. That was unnecessary. A Bless Shield seems like a bit of overkill considering that Ariel had that fairly under control. But now, Brightwing down for 36 seconds. Being back may have been the better choice here because Ariel is now... Brightwing is now out of the question because it's going to be a 4 versus 5 in the bottom lane. Zagara is not there, actually, so they may be able to make it a 4 versus 4 because Zagara's in the top lane. She has more instead of the Nidusworm here. In comes the March. That's quite a good one. Ring doesn't catch anyone. Zwei completely separated. Heisenberg, though, pretty far away as well. Brightwing, remember, when she comes back, she'll be able to teleport, whereas the Zagara won't. There's the laser being combined with the Ring of Frost. Gut and getting decimated here. That's a stim drone Ariel. And we see Draconi, though, crushing Jada into the backline. Alaname chasing forward as the heroes. Jada trying to take care, but instead it's turned on by Zwei. Runover has run down, but Raider is here for more heals. It's doing some damage to Gut and we see Runover crushing the heroes here, doing so much damage, trying to get it. It comes Zwei from the bottom, kills off Heisenberg with the help of Runover. Now it's just Raider trying to kill off Zwei, but he's on his own. Artanis is still alive, though, and that's all you need. Very low mana, though, is killing off the Mutalisk, giving Raider a chance to fight back with more health here. But now it is a 2 versus 3 right now. The Oracle will be back soon, though. Draconi attacking through this, has very low mana here. Needs to be careful. Won't be able to get those double strikes out. Draconi just pushing forward. In comes the teleport, giving the phase shield. Draconi having more time for that shield recharge. Heisenberg will respawn here, giving a better angle, but Raider and Sartanis are now too far away, so once again, Heisenberg is actually fighting a 2 versus 1 right now, whereas Draconi is still fighting against the Johanna in the bottom lane, who has the blind. Heisenberg, March of the Black King again, only hits Morales for a little bit and gets taken out again. Artanis still fighting against Johanna, who now has but Artanis has reinforcements. They're trying to turn it around onto Johanna, but Artanis actually super low, fighting in this fight and gets taken out. But the tribute was also picked up by the villains too, so that makes it 2 tributes to 2. Next one will be a curse, and Raider is now on the run. Morales hits the wall. Grenades don't go through walls yet. That's in the next patch. So Raider on the retreat, for the moment, whereas Alaname has already pulled back and is beginning to clear out the minion waves with now the help of Raider, who just TP'd up. But let's see if our heroes can overcome. Right now, they've been behind this entire game. They stole a very good boss, but They've only managed to expose one of the keeps. They've managed to kill one fort the entire game so far. Reyna moving in, grabbing the watchtower for the moment. Looking for an opportunity. We see a big push up in the top lane. Draconi, once again, doing big damage against the face shield. There's the Emerald Win. The Maw, though, catches 3. March the Black King catches 4. Doing huge damage. Stim Drone used onto run over. Once again, the best target. Ring of Frost catches so many. As does the Blessed Shield. But Draconi still tanking through. The Aegis protects Bird from Zway. The Ice Block protects Brightwing from Zway, but she has Indestructible, and Johanna tanks through. Draconi gets taken down. It's just Raider remaining, trying to protect his core from everything. Raider, you appear to be in the floor there, sir. Are you okay? Is there something wrong? Yeah, something is wrong here. We've got Submarine Brightwing back. I haven't seen Submarine Brightwing in ages. That's been a bloody long time since I've seen that. That bug was there a long time ago. But here we go, Submarine Brightwing pulling back to try and defend the core, because it's a curse and a 5-man push onto core with just Brightwing, who doesn't even have Emerald Win for another 12 seconds. Raider trying to bait them into keep range, but it doesn't matter. They don't shoot. The curse is active. Raider just trying to bait around, but the core is under fire. Emerald Win is up in 2 seconds. There's the slow, but the Ring of Frost kills off Raider, and that's it. That's going to be GG. And the villains, will it? Actually, maybe it won't be. Brightwing bought time for the heroes to revive here, so they're going to try and attack through this. Heisenberg barely getting away from it. There's the Blessed Shield, but Heisenberg will escape into the fort, barely here. But that's still 4 heroes alive now compared to what was 1. Heisenberg stays alive thanks to the Aegis, still gets killed off, but he'll be back soon. Core still going down, a lot of damage. Zagara has actually given up on the core, and for some reason attacking a keep. Zagara, what are you doing? But Zway is continuing to carry this game for the villains. Moments of Camel forced back into base. Draconi trying to push through, trying to tag. Ring of Frost catches her though. Huge damage coming down. She keeps getting healed by Bird, who's getting sustained here. He's getting... Bird versus Camel is getting all of his stuff up from Draconi. Here comes Zagara back onto the core. They managed to survive this for so long. There's the Maw, though, onto the Ariel, and that is GG. And our villains take game number 3, but Brightwing Raider was successful in completing the challenge. That means challenges are 2 out of 3, and victories are 0 out of 3 currently in this week's community challenge. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is down to our last hope of having a heroic victory in this week's community challenge, and it's going to be video number 4. And I don't recognize these names. I might have seen them before, but from what I can tell, these are new people to the show in terms of submitting a replay. So that is fantastic. Thank you for sending in the replay, guys. You will be introduced. And today, you will be ending the show in spectacular fashion. But all these games have been spectacular. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so sorry, but welcome to Sky Temple again. Hooray! And ladies and gentlemen, spawning on the right-hand side. I guess Sky Temple makes the most sense. That boss is the easiest to kill. But ladies and gentlemen, spawning on the right-hand side, playing the Arthas, it is going to be Kanon. Master of... skeletons, I guess. Just skeletons, ice people. Playing the Abathur, it is going to be Sheik. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that wrong, but Sheik sounds cool. Playing Zagara, it is Rat Maniac. Playing the Gul'dan, it is Petter. And playing the Uther, it will be Gaddy. Whereas, ladies and gentlemen, our heroes team, the last heroes team of the night, playing the Uther, it is going to be Individual. Individual. It's very hard to read names fully phonetically. Playing Illidan, it is Zoruken. Playing the Sylvanas, it is going to be Scarecrow. But, ladies and gentlemen, our dual heroes for today, playing the Cho'Gall, it is Godfang. And we can see their full names. It is Godot Waits and Moonfang. They will be our heroes for today, ladies and gentlemen. And as such, we will jump onto the view of Cho. Godfang, the Cho'Gall, gonna attempt to get us at least one hero victory for today. And starting off with the dance, as we can see, for those who aren't aware, there is currently a bug on Cho'Gall where basically all of his mounts are invisible. As such, you get this very funny thing of Cho'Gall just sprinting around the map. It is quite amusing. I am personally quite a fan of it. It looks good, but it's a bit broken because you can accidentally see it and think that Cho'Gall wasn't mounted, and then he rushes you down and kills you. So that does need to be fixed, Blizz. Get on that. But either way, we will keep an eye on that. How do you do that? How do you do that? But either way, we have Shove on level 1 from Gall here. Cho, yet to pick, finally picking the Blazing Bulwark, getting that little sustain style here. They're going very tanky, and immediately moving into a great position to cut off the retreat of Gaddy and cut off any reinforcements here. Moving in for the body blocks. Good positioning by Godfang. And they take down Uther. First blood coming out straight away, and a good amount of poke with that Rune Bomb onto Rat Maniac, and the extra damage coming in from the Guard ability, which the name of I have completely forgotten. It is the Dread Orb. So immediately, Godfang starting off with some great damage and moving into the mid lane to get some damage of their own and continue this great start to the game. Abathur on the enemy team starting off with the pressurized bands, going with a symbiote build, a symbiote Arthas. I can think of very little things that are actually more scary than that, but we'll see if it works. Gaddy, he's back for round 2. He's like, oh, there's 2 of you. You killed me earlier. I can take you on. I've got an Abathur. I've got a second head and all, but it's not enough. Abathur can't help you against Cho'Gall. He doesn't care, but they're not able to get the kill. Gaddy survives for now. Heals himself, stays alive. Illidan's already managed to get himself killed somewhere. I assume the top lane. But yay by Moonfang there. But Uther, with the help of Abathur, able to tag through this. And Gaddy, as such, will be forced to retreat, though Godfang's wave clear is far superior to Uther's, even with the help of Abathur here. Good poke there, gives himself self-healing, but Godfang continues to sustain through everything. Rune Bomb coming down, even if it doesn't hit Uther, it gets the tower. So we see Illidan, he's back already, grabbing the watchtower, which allows Cho'Gall to rotate around the map, and immediately getting dismounted by a mine. He tries to move in, looks like he wants Rat Maniac, begins to dash, wants to try and get it, but will not get the kill. Throws out the bomb though. Oh, maybe he will. Maybe he will. One more hit. No, not enough. Not enough. The Shadow Flame was not up in time, so they weren't able to finish off Zagara. Despite her being solo, they will, however, get Kaylee on, and will be able to grab this top temple here. I've forgotten how to talk for a suddenly. Let me get back into it here. But they were able to grab that top temple, and now this gives a chance for Cho'Gall to rotate down to that mid temple. However, he finds lots of people. 3 versus 2 right now, and Godfang is being forced to retreat. He needs reinforcements. However, the longer this goes on, if they can delay this, not even without taking it, if they can delay this, then this gives Zagara a great opportunity to continue split pushing this mid lane. However, Cho'Gall does seem to realize that Uther and Illidan were actually having a bit of a party up in this area, and now here they are. Godfang takes a bit of that corruption, and Uther is too low to dive this, and so as such, Illidan can't go in either. But Godfang getting some poke off, doing some damage. The temple will go over to the villains, but at least they take some damage for it. Rune Bomb getting a good hit there. The increased range on that Rune Bomb taken by Cho on level 4 is doing some good work, and we have the bombs away. Sorry, that's the extra Rune Bomb range. It's the crit attack on the Cho here, the Rude Gauntlet. It's Gall who took bombs away, and for some reason that has that icon. I guess it's to show that it's an ability for Cho. So we see the crit damage coming out there that you got from that Rune Bomb. Thanks to Cho's talent, he begins to once again chase Gaddy. Dread Orb just missing on the second hit. Rune Bomb though, chasing in. The extra range hits him, but the Fountain will keep Uther alive here. Dread Orb coming out as well, this time not hitting Uther. And we see the heroes Uther already getting taken out though. So a bit unfortunate there, but our heroes overall still looking fairly strong. We're going to hit a bit of a fast forward onto Godfang here as he moves up to the top lane, just so as it has been left fairly unattended. Illidan moving up. He can move to the mid lane. After this is done, Cho'Gall begins to chase Zagara here, gets the Dread Orb, and with Illidan's help, they're able to pick up the kill, but right now they are missing out on XP in the mid lane. So they are missing a bit here, and Sylvanas was just ganked in the bottom lane. So right now, 3 kills to 3 XP bar, a little bit ahead for the villains. So Cho'Gall decides to move into the objective, into the Mercenary camp here with the help of Illidan, which will make it so that they capture this just in time, in theory, for that bottom objective, that bottom temple to spawn. And Godfang deciding it's probably best time to grab the fountain for the moment. Illidan delaying the capture of this for the moment. No, he actually captured it quite early. I thought he'd delay that in time for the temple in the bottom lane. But Mercenary Camps were captured by the villains here, and it's actually pushing the bottom lane. Illidan will be the one to kill that off here. Uther had to go back to get some health. We see Godfang continuing to clear minions here. The temple finally spawning in the bottom lane, giving our heroes a chance to try and gain back some of the damage that they took a little bit earlier on from that mid-temple. Godfang doing some great damage onto Gani, dashing forward, getting some good body blocks, trying to kill Gani. It's been Gani they've been focusing on that Uther every time. They finally kill off the Arthurs. Not who they were aiming for, but it does work. Even the Icebound Fortitude not able to help Arthurs through that. In the meantime, though, Zagara is been pushing mid lane, and the Gul'dan is been pushing the top lane. Godfang actually just aggroing the boss there, just scouting it out, making sure nothing's weird is happening there. In the meantime, Godfang moving back in here. He knows that Illidan can clear out that temple very easily on his own, so he clears out the mid lane, and he was already too late to defend against Gul'dan. So we have heroics that have been picked here. Level 10s for both teams. Scarecrow with Wailing Arrow is in full retreat right now. Banelings not blocked well enough by Godfang, who moves in a bit too aggressively here. He uses the Shadow Bolt volley on that guard, but it's not enough for the kill. Here comes the Metamorphosis from the Illidan, but the Divine Storm from Uther turns that way on its head, and Illidan gets trashed. And we see, but like we said here, we see the Wailing Arrow coming in from the Sylvanas, Upheaval from the Cho, the Shadow Bolt volley from the Garl, Metamorphosis for Illidan, and Divine Shield for the Uther. Whereas the villains, we have Summon Cinder Ghost for Arthas, Ultimate Evolution on the Abathur, the Nidus Network for Zagara, so Split Push, the Horrify on the Gul'dan, and we have Divine Storm coming in for Uther, like we just saw, which just completely wrecked Illidan. So, Godfang beginning to move back in. The villains, once again, continuing to hold a lead here. A full level lead, in fact. Level 11 to level 12. But with Godfang and Illidan back in his bottom lane. Oh, hang on. We see a boss has been started here by the villains in this case. Godfang throws out a bit of harassment here to try and hold off Zagara and keeps this boss from leashing. This was still started by the villains, so this is fine. Dropping the Shadow Bolt volley onto the boss. They're trying to pick it off before the villains get wise of this. Here comes the Syndragosa though. Godfang trying to do some damage. Divine Shield used onto Shogal to tank through this here. Does huge damage, but here comes the Fear, moving everyone off the point. Here comes the Upheaval, pulling them off the point, and it's stolen right back again by Godfang. They get all the kills. Everyone's dead but Abathur, and we see our heroes moving in, grabbing the boss, and that was very nicely done. Gul'dan able to drop the Terrify to push everyone off the point, but Uther was nearest. He was just able to get back on the point to hold it from being captured, and Godfang thinking very quickly, dropping that Upheaval to pull everyone off the point because it pulls them past Shogal, allowing him to body block them and get back onto the point and let Uther capture the boss himself. So that is the objective complete by our heroes, and as such they have now finally taken an XP lead. I believe the first time we've had an XP lead on any of our heroes teams throughout any of these replays, but super well done by Godfang here. Able to grab the boss, and as such, he pushed all the way through bottom forward and is onto the tier 2s. It will get cleared up, but in the meantime, he has given his team a good chance to clear out that middle temple, which we are seeing here. And now we will see Godfang move to the bottom temple to try and ruin Zagara's day. And that is some damage. Goodbye, Rat Maniac. And Godfang will be taking the rest of these shots. Thank you very much, Rat Individual. Individual here. Moving down, we'll be clearing up the Nidus Worm in this bush, removing some of the vision and the mobility from Zagara. Illidan finishing off the shots, like we said, in that top lane, and Godfang will grab the rest from this bottom lane. Sorry, I said top lane, I meant mid lane. For Illidan, who has found Arthas right now, but with the help of Sylvanas has pushed him back. Uther arriving. Will it be enough? Will Shogal come to help? Looks like he's on the way. Just using the mini-map to navigate here. Actually, no, he's just going to push bot lane. Going to let his team get the work done because they are crushing this. Godfang, what is he doing? Is he trying to kill the fountain? Yes, he is. Oh my god, hello! I was like, what is he doing? Was he going to push bot lane? No. What's he throwing this for? He was going for the fountain, but look what he has found here. Hello there, friend. Let's see if he can get him here, because he used his only ranged ability here. He upheavals it, but he can't get a Dread Orb. Dread Orb, Shadow Bolt volley, throw all the abilities, hit all the buttons, I can get him, but he can't get him. There's the shove actually used for some reason. They throw all of their heroics trying to kill that damn Abathur. They don't even get him, but that was very, very fun to see. So we see Shogal pulling back. Bottom keep was killed by the Siege Giants. And now Zagara's here for some reason with the clone. And as such, she gets taken down. She can't get back to the Nidus Worm while taking damage. So So we see Cho'Gall moving forward, taking out the Zagara and the clone as well for good measure. Actually, that expired, but they still get the XP from it. Now he will move back in and take the Mercenary Camp. He did start it, but it leashed, but he's still going to be able to finish it off pretty easy, especially with the help of Uther. So Godfang continuing to be the God Hand, continuing to get everything that his team needs. Mercenaries, split push, very nearly Abathur, even though he did use Sundering for the upheaval for it. So Godfang moving into position here, just going to chill. Just going to chill. Just wait for the objective. There's only one temple alive. And he is going to be the one nearest to it. In the meantime, Illidan is fucking dying. He pulled in, upheaval, pulls everyone in, and now it is Godfang, who is effing dying. He dashes away, Shadow Ball Volley, gets feared, and is molten blocking. And is dead. There we go. Tries to get Gaddy in the meantime, but is not able to finish him off. Getting caught out, trying to save Illidan. Something you should never do. If your Illidan wants to go that deep, then he deserves everything he gets. So we see Sylvanas, though, while her team is all dying, getting some good value out of her trait, pushing that top keep, teleporting out, and now is going to turn it around with the help of Individual. They're trying to get Gaddy, who Divine Shields himself there. A bit unnecessary. Oh, no, sorry. He healed himself. Then Divine Storms under keep, but there's minions and a Mercenary Camp distracting it there. So the keep did not attack. Sylvanas dies anyway to the corruption. The shots were taken mostly by the villains. But now we see nice route there by Arthas. Arthas will escape here with the help of Gul'dan and Abathur. No, he won't actually. Illidan able to grab the kill. If he gets out, I will be quite surprised. Although Uther is there with him. Divine Shield, though, is on cooldown. Godfang actually aggroing the boss there. Fang being a bit of a scumbag. Now moving in, taking care of these Siege Giants because her team, they know that their team is busy in the top lane getting murdered and running away. So they're able to just grab these Siege Giants very safely. We see Abathur is there. Godfang looking like he wants it, but instead finds Rat Maniac and is instead going to 1v1 him. But with the help of Uther being here, they're going to try and turn it around. Shove is used, but they still turn it around to Rat Maniac. Get the damage. There's the Dreadnought, but now they turn it onto Gaddy. Wailing Arrow comes in. Molten Block, very unnecessary there. I think he expected that stun to come out. And Gaddy escaping thanks to the extra movement speed that he got from the Abathur there, the adrenaline boost. And Godfang went down. He wanted to try and get the Abathur again, but did not grab him this time. And instead is going to pull back, join up with his team, where they're going to attempt to take another boss. So we'll see if they can get that. Moving in. This time they started it, but it doesn't matter. They already completed the objective. This is just for winning the game at this point. And the bottom lane is already vulnerable, so this would be pretty ideal for them. Gaddy spots it, though. He does have Divine Storm. Remember, he gets stunned by the boss. Syndragosa comes in. The Divine Storm comes down onto Illidan, who gets Divine Shielded, so he'll survive. Here comes the upheaval, pulling them off the point again, and Illidan able to capture that. Arthur's getting body blocked from the point, both of them, even the Ultimate Evolution one. And once again, the upheaval being the play that makes the plays. That's not the rhyme I was going for, but it worked. But we see the boss taken. They're going to push the bottom lane. In the meantime, Sylvanas is on the run, but as long as she can keep both these heroes chasing her, the more time her team has to try and end the game. Shots are being taken in bot lane as well by Uther. Illidan not even coming to help Sylvanas, not even coming to help Cho'Gall end the game, is instead going to try and help Sylvanas and stop people from porting back so that Godfang can end the game. Godfang actually just wanted Abathur here, drops the Molten Block for some reason, but in the meantime, the boss is ending the game. Illidan stops the ports for a very long time, but that is it. That is GG. And our heroes finally win a game, taking a boss in spectacular fashion and even capturing one that they were able to start in the exact same way. Great job, Godfang. The upheavals were on point. Godot Waits and Moonfang able to win this episode. Very well played. And finally, overall, it was the score of 1 to the heroes and 3 to the villains. So overall, the episode was a bit of a loss, but we saw some spectacular play, and we did see some good boss deals. I had exactly what I wanted in the challenge, and just because you didn't win the game doesn't mean you don't have to send the challenge in, because if you beat the challenge, that's all that matters to me. And also, thank you to the people who sent in other people completing the challenge. That was super cool as well. We saw Raider, the Brightwing there, able to take a really good Emerald Twin steal. And even though the clips weren't used, thank you for the people who sent in the enemies doing that. That is super cool of you. That is so sportsmanlike. But either way, once again, guys, thank you very much for sending in all the replays. A reminder that this week's challenge is summons. Just show me something cool with summons. Any hero that has summons in the description of a summon is something that you don't have when you spawn into the game. has to have a health bar and has to be able to move and has to be attached to you in some way, aka you summon it with an ability, etc. You can't count mercenary camps as summons, etc. But there you go. It must be activated with an ability in some way, shape, or form, either by taking a talent or by activating an ability that you get from a talent or that you have on a base kit. But it must be able to move as well, either by you controlling it or by itself. So there you go. Show me your summon gameplays. You can send those replays to replays@tetcher.co.uk. The episode will be live on twitch.tv/Tetcher. So go over there and hit that follow button so you'll be alerted when it goes live. Or follow me on Twitter, which is twitter.com/Tetcher. If you want to support this show, then in the description of this episode below, there will be a link to my Patreon, where you can put in a bit of money. You'll see some good behind-the-scenes content, and I will also tell you about projects I have coming up, and you'll be directly helping me make shows like this and some of the others that I have been doing. Once again, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Leave a comment in the comment section below, or come to my Discord, link to that's in the description below, suggesting what you would like me to do as a challenge, or just what you thought of this episode. Who was your favourite here? What was the best boss steal? And what was your favourite moment? Who did the biggest fail? Was there anything that I missed? Once again, leave that all in the comment section below or on Discord. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.